5 days of pain and swelling on my right foot. Being confined at home alone gives one a lot of time to think. Look at your girl, wilding around looking like an elderly person. Who would have ever thought Miss Fitness, eating majority fruits and vegetables, with a clean bill of health for years from the doctors, decided to go on a deep detox, and now to realize one episode of gout 12 years ago has been laying dormant in my system all this time? Jeez, look at my right foot. Ladies believe beauty starts from the inside out, and this is how my detox is going. And here we go.
All right, here we go. So, this is day 5. I am still in excruciating pain. My right foot, and it's like kind of traveling, like not just in my right big toe. It's kind of like numbing out my other toes, going up like the arch of my foot. Sometimes my ankle will throb, and even my calf, like I can actually feel it like pulsate. But the pains are very sharp. I'm even getting some tingling in my fingers. My other foot is getting some tingling as well. So this is the deal. 12 years ago, 12 to 13 years ago, I was working at this hair salon, and I was eating like a lot. I was across from Dugan's on Old National, and they had these bomb shrimp quesadillas. And I used to go there and get me a drink like almost every lunch break for like about a week straight. And I was drinking a lot of wine when I came home. I was really, during this time, I wasn't eating healthy. You know, I was just eating what tastes good to me. And I've always been a shrimp, a lobster, a crab, meat person. Just love it. Love it. Always been my favorite. I was not a big vegetable person at all. Salad person, no. That's not how I used to eat. So I wind up one day, not one day, the next day, after like 5 days of doing this at the salon, waking up and my foot was like in excruciating pain. And when I tell you it was big, it was like 3 times bigger than what my foot usually is. It was so painful. Even the air hurt it, okay? So I'm connecting the dots. I'm like, okay, this reminds me of that. It's gout. It's gout. Back then when I went to the doctors, they told me that it was gout. I did a foot detox bath. It really helped out. But basically what it is your body gets full of your kidneys, and your liver can't filter out the toxins enough. And I didn't know that then, but I know it now. And these toxins, because it can't filter, they go throughout your body and they crystallize. And they usually hit all your joints, right? So this makes sense to me, because that's why when I'm doing squats and stuff, my knees be hurting, my knees be popping. I have like lumps. Let me show y'all. I don't know if you can see. See that lump? Yeah. I get this all the time. And that's a part of gout. I don't have it on this arm, but I just have it on this one. So, let me see it. Yeah, so they're called cystine cyst or something like that. So, make a long story short, I'm just connecting all the dots, basically. So, the acid crystallizes and makes cyst, and makes it hard for your joints to be able to do to be able to be flexible. Now these I used to get before I came to Georgia. My wrists were always weak. That's why when I before I got to Georgia, when I had started exercising, I couldn't do like push-ups and stuff like that because my wrists were so weak. And then when I would do hair, these would grow. All right, so again, just connecting the dots. So connecting more dots about this. They said it's also like protein buildup from the foods. So I remember when I had went to the holistic place when I kept falling out. Now, if you haven't heard that story about my journey, when I went to the doctors and they told me nothing was wrong with me, and then I went up to the holistic doctor, a part of that was when he told me that my blood was so thick I could have had a heart attack, was that my blood was not breaking down proteins properly. So he seen it in my blood. So now it all makes sense. And this is the reason why he had told me to eat towards my blood type, which was basically all, I'm A positive blood type, all vegan. Basically, he told me I don't have enough acid in my stomach to break down other foods because of my blood type. So the deal is that that's why I started changing my diet. But I was so stubborn, y'all. I did not want to go vegan like that, the way he was saying, because he was saying I needed to eat mostly raw fruits and vegetables for my blood type in order for me to thrive. Because the other foods, I don't get no nutritional value from it. So, I was eating some raw stuff, but not going completely raw, right? All right. And I noticed also, like, connecting the dots, when I first started losing weight, that's how only way I was able to lose weight, when I ate more fruits and vegetables. All right, get this. So the deal is that my body's not able to break down protein the way it's supposed to. All of this all the time has been festering in my body for years. That's why I was getting these cysts on my wrist. That was the beginning of it. And because I was still eating the way I was eating, then my knees start popping and stuff like that. The doctors would tell you, oh, that's not a big deal, just air in your joints. All right, so then when I kept on eating the way I was eating, then the gout started. So this is all a long line of one step not healing, going and manifesting and getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And this is the freaking snowball effect. So maybe about 3 weeks ago, no, maybe about 2 months ago, I have weights, and I hit my right big toe on the weight. And that daggone big toe was tender for like a month, y'all. It was just so tender, it hurted. And I couldn't do like back lunges because you had to like flex your toe, to do those back lunges. And I'm like, damn, this toe was really giving me some daggone problem. I'm just thinking that it's because I hit it and because it's just taking longer for me to heal. No, that was the gout starting up back then. Oh God, my leg is throbbing. It's a heartbeat in my calf, y'all. Woo. So the gout was about to pop up. It was about to pop up. But mind you, even though I was still like eating, so after the holistic doctor, I had started eating more healthy, right? All right, boom. After my grandma passed away, that's when everything was just like, no, we got to change. So it makes sense why when I was eating, going raw, trying to go raw the first time, why I got discouraged, because I was eating more acidic raw fruits and vegetables. I'm going to say vegetables. So the deal is that I was eating broccoli. So broccoli is acidic, is genetically modified, is just acidic vegetable. So all vegetables are not equal. So I remember with me having that feeling, the lady had told me that, something about my pH balance, and if I was too acid or too alkaline. I remember I had got those strips from her, and I peed on the strip and it said I was acid, and I was like, acid? I didn't really understand it, but I knew I was acidic, so something just told me to look up more acid fruits, and then I remember alkaline coming up, and I remember I seen that Dr. Sabi. So that's how I started going alkaline vegan. All right. But the deal is, it also reminds me and tells me the reason why the holistic doctor told me to start taking omega-3s as well, because he said that I had inflammation in my body. So it makes sense. It makes sense as to what he's seen in my blood. He's seen it in my blood. He's seen the protein. He's seen the inflammation. And he's seen that my blood was thick, and that's why my cells were stagnated and not moving. So your cells are supposed to move, right? Mine was stagnated in clumps. And he told me I was severely dehydrated, and that's a part of the reason why my body wasn't getting enough oxygen. So this is all plays out. So he didn't know I had gout. He wasn't able to tell that from over there. He just tried to give me solutions. But the deal is that with gout, also because your body is not able to filter out the toxins, and the toxins just go all throughout your body, it also dehydrates you. And this is the part of the reason why I was internally dry. When I tell you back then, my hair used to be so freaking brittle. It was brittle. It was long, but it was brittle. And that's why my hair back then used to fall out in clumps like that. And I don't care what kind of hair products you put on your hair, boo. It is not going to work. That hair is still going to be brittle. It's not going to be a smooth cuticle. And that's how it was. And that's how I know that there's a such thing as being internally dry. I was internally dry, and I'm still freaking dry. Now, I'm gonna say this: since I started doing the fruits, I in my research, I found out that they hydrate you on a cellular level, and that's what I've been needing. Because it used to be where I could drink a whole gallon of water and still have like spit bubbles. Like, your saliva is supposed to be liquidy. My saliva used to be bubbles, and that's how I knew I was still dehydrated. And it makes sense. It makes sense as the reason why I don't go to the bathroom, because my cavity walls inside are dry. They are dehydrated. That's why I be having hard stools. And I'm just going to be honest. Your stools are supposed to be long and moist and be the size of the direction of your colon. Mine used to be pebbles. Sometimes they used to be soft, but a lot of times they used to be pebbles, and they used to be sticking together, and it used to be hard for me to pass them. And, I would be in pain. But mind you, I'm still drinking smoothies, eating, raw, drinking green veggies, doing juicing. But I noticed now when I think back, when I got to the new salon I'm at, I noticed that when I would do my peach smoothies in the morning, my stool would be loose. It wasn't normal to me because it was like, very loose. I still was going to the bathroom. And that's the only time I would go to the bathroom. But I still didn't connect the damn dots until right now. So with me right now eating all fruit diet and taking these herbs, everything is coming out. It's crazy how I am just now putting these dots together. So, that's why I always say, don't normalize the small things. If you got aches and pains, something's going on. If you got sensitive teeth, something's going on. If you're breaking out in acne and having acne pimples, something's going on in your body. If you have dandruff or dry scalp, dandruff or dry scalp is two different things. Dandruff is overactive sebaceous glands, and they're big like cornflakes, and when you pull them up, they're very big, and they kind of go through the hair, and sometimes they can actually be raw underneath when they do come up. Dry scalp is just small little flakes, like small little flakes of dry scalp. I used to get that all the time too. So usually if your face is dry, your hair would be dry. If your face is oily, your hair would be oily. So it's a balance of everything that's going on. So basically it's your pH balance. And I'm wondering now, does it have anything to do with the porosity of your hair? Because a lot of times when you're doing your porosity, you take your porosity test. I know for me, my hair, when it stretches, it's supposed to be normal and it's supposed to come back. It's supposed to be able, your hair strain is supposed to stretch 50% of the length and be able to come back, and that's normal porosity. When it needs moisture, if you try to stretch it, it will break. Mine's always did that. Now, if it needs more protein, it will stretch and then it'll pop. But the deal is, you want to get to the balance of it. And I'm wondering, like, maybe that's a part of the reason why my hair pops, is because I've been internally dry all the time. And your porosity is everything when it comes to building your hair care, your 8-week hair care schedule. When it comes to your 8-week conditioning schedule, you need to know your porosity. And if your body is off kilter, it shows me already that not only is your hair off kilter because it could be internally dry and don't have the nutrients and vitamins that it's supposed to, and evidently because my body has been off kilter for so many years, I haven't been getting the nutrients and vitamins from my foods that I'm supposed to. Right? But then also I've been dehydrated. So I've been going through a whole lot of stuff. And it's like, it's all coming full circle now as the reason why my hair has been doing the things it's been doing, and why my body has been doing the same things it's doing. Don't let the little things slide. Understand that certain things just are not supposed to happen. Like my nails, brittle, don't grow. Brittle. Mom and daughter got beautiful long nails. All the women in my family got beautiful long nails. They don't need no fake nails. I'm the only one. My nails will grow just a little bit and break right on off. Same thing with my toenail. My toenail started to get just a little dark, like the lights went out in it. Just little different things. And I will find, like, over time when my toenail will grow, it will break all the way down to, to the base of it. So, I wasn't going to the bathroom, hair growing, and I noticed also my hair was going slow. So if you go back into my videos, you see that I was using natural hair products, and I just noticed that my hair was still just growing slow. In order for your hair to be growing the maximum length that it needs to be, your nutrition got to be up on point, and you need to be on a conditioning schedule, and also a conditioning schedule according to your hair porosity, but also you need to be using natural ingredients. I was doing what I was supposed to do, and my hair still was not growing half of an inch per month. Okay, so even if you do it at the end of the year, you're supposed to grow at least 6 inches of hair a year. And there's people who grow more than 6 inches of hair a year. I see them. I see them, and they are on point. So that means that their body, I notice also those people have good porosity. They have medium porosity. If you don't have good porosity, more than likely something's going on in your body. You got dandruff, something going on in your body. You got an overload of mucus going on in your body. Drinking, eating animal products, just being under stress. Ooh, shit. No joke. It all plays a part, and what happens is that I know from eating genetically modified foods, not eating organic foods, and from eating a lot of foods that have pesticides on it, and you're not rinsing off your fruits and vegetables properly. You're supposed to use like apple cider vinegar with some warm water and rinse off your fruits and vegetables. Oh, the other foot is aching, y'all. I don't know how, God, in the name of Jesus, I don't know how I would do 2 foots doing this, but the other foot is aching, y'all, and it's tingling right now. I shed it once here, but this would make me fully cry because I wouldn't even be able to go to the bathroom. Lord, please don't let the other foot do what the right foot is doing. Please don't. Not at the same time. How am I going to go to the bathroom? it's a struggle getting up and going to the bathroom. If you know anything about gout, as soon as you put your foot down, just all the pressure just oh God. And it just hurts. It's like knives just stabbing. It hurts so bad. Pray for me, y'all. Um, I done lost my train of thought. So, yeah, just you can't let these little things slide. And I know that this is how autoimmune disease starts too, because your food is not able to be digested in your system. You'll be eating food, but you're not getting the nutritional value from your food. It creates the toxins from the pesticides and the lack of nutritional value that is in genetically modified foods. It makes a hole in your lower intestines. No, it's your stomach wall. Is that your intestines? I forget. My mind. But it's either one of those. And what happens is instead of your food being digested, it's going through that hole and going into your bloodstream. My blood ain't on point, y'all, because my kidneys and liver and all this toxins that's in my body. Now, the deal is that it just all makes so good sense. So, even in the midst of all this, do you know your girl is still thinking about crabs? Do you know that through yesterday, like me detoxing, I was saying, my logic was, okay, I am going to go and do my detox, but on Christmas, I'm going to have me some oxtails. This is my menu, and I didn't already told my family. I'm going to make some oxtails, crab legs. I got the recipe to how to bake them so they could be even better. I said that I was going to have a curry chicken as well, do beans and rice. Ooh, it's going up my thigh. What the hell? Yo, you just never know what the heck is going on. Oxtails, curry chicken. I was going to do coconut, red beans, and rice. I was going to do shrimp fried rice. This is how greedy I am. No, for real, your girl greedy as hell. I love Brussels sprouts. That's an acidic vegetable. And I love the way I make my collards. And also I was going to do kale. We were going to have some bean pies. Like, I was getting in, and I was going to allow myself to be able to eat for a couple of days, because I know that with me detoxing and eating the way I've been eating, less than one plate of food gets me full. My stomach has shrunk in the consumption of how much food I'm able to eat. So I said, I'm gonna give myself 3 days, and then I'm gonna go back on a detox. Hell to the no of the no. It's no way. I got years of buildup of toxins in my body. If I was to do that, it would set my body in a freaking fit. Y'all, I looked up she crab soup and crab egg rolls, because I was going to make that, on the next time I was going to eat what I wanted. And I was going to make them for me and was a girl at the salon. Her name is Bizette. I know she loves sea crab soup. So I was going to make sure I made it and did everything on the day that she was going to come, and we was going to eat together, because I know she loved to eat like I do. And I was going to surprise B. Sorry, B. It ain't happening. But I was thinking about you, girl. I was thinking about you. But yeah. So your girl messed up. Don't let things fester in your body. I think it's important to take notes on the things that's happening, or be aware. Don't just let things fester. Like if you get swollen in your ankles and you're retaining water, or if your digestion's not up to par and you're getting acid reflux. That's acid. It's acid in your body. And now I'm saying that, I remember when I had acid reflux. I had got the chicken pox, and I caught acid reflux at the same time. The acid was building up back then, and that's before I had my kids. So it's all making sense. It's like, more I talk, the more I'm seeing, like, this has been building up in my body for years. I am 46 years old. This means that this has been building up in my body for years. I don't got room to go back eating the way I used to. Girl, the ankle on the other side is aching. I'm gonna cry. But I gotta thug this out, y'all. I gotta thug this out. That's why it's important to move forward in your journey and don't take the little things for granted, because I was telling my son the other day, because my kids been taking good care of me and they're so sweet and I'm very blessed to have them. I remember my grandmother's father. He was walking in the grocery store and somebody hit his ankle on the back of his leg with a cart, and it never healed, and he wound up getting gangrene. He wound up getting cut off. I wonder, did stuff like this is a part of it? Things like this fester. And if I would have got older, if I would have got a sore, it would have never healed. And the air, once it gets exposed and the air hits it, it gets gangrene, it turns to cancer, and you got to get your limbs cut off. It's little things like this. It's little things like this. And this is the reason why you got to take care of the small things so they don't never manifest into the big things. The doctors never told me anything was wrong with me. Never. That day when I went to the doctors, they told me, "Oh, Miss Morgan, there's nothing wrong with you." I said, bullshit. Ain't no reason why I'm still falling out. No way. No way. I knew my body well enough to know that that wasn't normal, and it happened more than once, and I wasn't going to the bathroom anyway. And the doctor used to just tell me, just take fiber. You'll be fine. Take fiber and I would be constipated as hell. Still wouldn't move my bowels. Of course, because I was internally dry. Of course, they told me, like I said, my blood was fine. I went to the holistic doctor and they said, are you alive? You could have had a heart attack. That's how thick my blood was, but they took blood. It don't, I ain't poo-pooing on these doctors, but I am poo-pooing on these doctors because Western way of medicine is not for our benefit. You have to be in preventive. You have to stay on top of what's going on with you and the signs that your body is telling you, and start to heal those stuff immediately, because one thing festers and manifest, into another. Simple as that. That's what it does. It does. Everything happens for a reason. Everything. And I'm just so glad that I'm going through this process, because I'm going to get through this. This ain't going to slow me down. It's slowing me down now because I'm going through the process. I can't go to work. Thank God I got a husband who takes good care of me, because he basically pays all the bills in the house, and I get a weekly allowance. So and that has nothing to do with me making my own money, So I'm very thankful that I'm doing this now and I'm able to go through this process, because what would have happened if I wasn't married to him and I didn't make that money and I was only dependent on myself in order to pay the money, make the bills? I would be up Schitt's Creek without a paddle. I can't even drive. I could barely walk. Yeah, so this is real. You see me going through my process, and I'm going to take you every step of the way. But I'm going to tell you, it ain't no joke, because you never know what is manifesting in your body. And whatever is manifesting in your body is the pain that you're going to go through, is going to be the first places that is most inflamed, that is most going on. And if I don't go through it, what is it going to do? Stay there and keep on manifesting? And I'm going to keep eating the way I was eating? This shows me also that, now mind you, for the past 6 years, I've been eating healthy. Your girl, so I went through the process of figuring out what was working for me, right? So, I was always eliminating stuff because things were not. I'm glad I kept in my mind that I wasn't going to the bathroom and my eczema wasn't leaving, and that was my goal, right? The deal is that if I didn't keep on top of that, I would have still been just thinking that eating vegan and eating the way I was eating and just eating fruits, just eating raw was going to be enough. You're just putting the good stuff over top of the bad stuff, and it's not able to take and benefit your body in your overall health the way you want to. And I thought it was. I'm going to tell you the reason why. My skin cleared up, lost weight, hair looking better, products taken better, just feel good. Feel good. But I always wonder why I couldn't get rid of the rest of my gut. I always wonder why, I wasn't going to the bathroom the way I was supposed to. You got to keep striving and pushing for the next level of your health because it's for a reason. It is for a reason. And if I was not the person that always questioned why I'm still having this and why I'm still having that and looking up stuff and researching and talking to other people who are doing holistic stuff and listening to them and staying connected to my body, I would not be detoxing. Because I wouldn't find it as a need to actually detox. So now I'm actually detoxing with just fruits and my tingers, and I'm taking like kidney tea and I'm taking this fat fried thing. Check out raw_Maraby, Maraby. That's where I'm getting my detox stuff from. My soul just agreed with his soul. I went through it, talked about that in the last video, basically saying that through all my research and me talking to him, he will always saying the same things that I was saying. So I knew, and he didn't know that I knew the information I know because I am very educated and continue to educate myself on what's going on with my body and health and how it affects the hair. Because, this is why, and that came along with me after my grandmama had died from cancer. This is cancerous. Absolutely cancerous. And I thought I was eating healthy the whole time. It was a band-aid the whole time. This is getting to the root of all my problems. That's why this shit hurts the way it hurts. That's why it's taking me down the way it's taking me down. Because it's years of it in my body. I gotta go through the motions. I gotta go through the motions. When I see all those people who are, exercise people, who are eating, a lot of salmon and a lot of meat and broccoli and rice. They may look good, baby, but guess what? That animal product and that acid is building up in their body, and they're gonna have issues as they continue to age. I don't want to just look good. I want to feel good. I want my body to be whole. I want my body to be on point. I want to be 50 years old and fine. I want to be 60 years old and still be able to do squats and lunges and be fine. I want people to be able to be like, what? She's 50. Look like y'all 30 and 40-year-olds. That's what I'm talking about. And feel good in my body. Be limber in my body. Be able to jump and move. Not them wrinkled old people. That's not what I want for me. That's not what I want for me. So I had to make up my mind that I've had enough of the good food, which is bad food, right? I've had enough of that. Now I owe me. Now I need to rediscipline me. Now I need to love me enough to put me first, to put my health first. Watch how I'm going to just turn around on y'all. Watch how flat my stomach going to get, and I'm going to tone all this body up after I go through this process, because that's going to be the rebuilding process. This is the breaking down process. So my body is going to be breaking down everything that is not supposed to be, and then it's going to regenerate itself, because that's what our bodies do. That's how our Savior, Jesus Christ, has made us, okay? God has made us. We are so beautifully and wonderfully made that what is in our body that is not supposed to be, if we eat to live, eat our medicine, that it will regenerate itself. So my body is now breaking down and trying to push out all the other stuff. Yeah. And I'm going to have to do this for a while. So I am now getting my mind ready that I'm going to have to do this as long as it takes. I am. At first I said I don't think I'm going to be able to do it long. But the fact that it's working so fast, and it was 4 days in when it happened yesterday. But again, it was the second day in, though the first day in, when I was starting to drainage through my head and my chest was burning. So it's been starting very, very quickly. So who knows that if I be consistent, how fast this stuff will change for me. I got to keep going. I can't stop. My husband was like, just stop and don't do it. God bless him. I understand, because he don't want to see me through pain. but I gotta keep going. I know what I know. I gotta keep going. My boss lady was like, the girl who owns the shop, she was like, you need to eat liver. Girl, liver will put me back in a hole. I never eat liver. But she was talking about from her experience because she went through a detox process and she couldn't walk either. Her back was out. So they told her to go eat liver. Lord, I love you, Case, but that was wrong, baby. Um, the deal is this. Necessarily what tastes good ain't good for you. Necessarily what looks good ain't good. And what feels good is just a cover up and a band-aid. So yeah. Ain't gonna be no she crab soup. I am going to be a plant-based, alkaline-based vegan chick. And I ain't gonna be the vegan that eats a lot of sugar because sugar feeds cancer. Sugar feeds cancer. Get that. Sugar feeds cancer. The alcohol that you drink that turns to sugar in your blood, it feeds cancer. It feeds cancer. Your desserts and stuff, it feeds cancer. Now, will I say that I will, as time goes along, will I ever eat stuff like that again? I don't know. I don't think so right now. My mind is changing as I'm continuing going through the process, as I'm connecting these dots. It's not for me. It's not for me. My body is screaming like, girl, let it go. Let it go. We need to regenerate itself and reheal itself. But once I go through this process, I'm going to be so small. I don't want to hear no negative comments about that I look weird because I already know that I'm going to look weird. I'm 5'8", and I have been down to 150 before, and I looked weird when it first happened. You ever see like Jennifer Hudson or Oprah Winfrey when they first lost that weight and their head was bigger, too big for their body? That's how I'm going to look. I already know. I already know. I just pray that I don't have no loose skin. Because I remember before when I had lost a bunch of weight, I had loose skin and I had to go through the process of building muscle and I filled back out. But in order for me to get where I need to get, I'm going to have to thug it out. And I don't know how long it's going to take. Maybe my body will stabilize and I won't just keep getting smaller and smaller and smaller. But we will see. We will see. But I can't stop until this is done. And I have to be consistent because I don't want to start and stop, start and stop, start and stop. So if I do get tired of eating fruits, what I will have me is an all vegan salad. You know, alkaline, not acid, alkaline. Okay, a cow salad with red onions, small tomatoes, avocados, a little bit of seasoning. I'll probably put my salad dressing will be olive oil because we use olive oil for sauteing, not cooking, and use some lemon or key limes, not limes, but key limes, and or a little bit of balsamic vinegar. And that's what I will probably have if I decide I don't want to eat, if I get tired of eating so many fruits and I made juice, but really not, I'll just probably have just a salad. And I can do that. I can do that because I was already doing that before. So this is it, y'all. This is it. This is it. This is it. I have decided to do what is best for me. I decided to, be the example. And when I started this brand, Sedity Chick, when my grandmother died and I went through my depression, this was a part of what I was going to be doing for the rest of my life. So I am the sacrificial lamb. I am the example to show you what can happen when you are aware of your body, when you sacrifice for yourself, when you love yourself, when you put yourself first, not thinking or worrying about what anybody else says, doing what you got to do for you, because your overall health has everything to do with your hair health. And this is a woman's empowerment holistic brand. So I'm empowering you by going through the steps and being that example. But then I want you to empower me back by doing your healing journey as well. And this is mentally, physically, and spiritually, because as a black woman with natural hair, I always felt as though I was ugly with my gap, with my full lips. I always felt as though I was ugly. I was never what you call the pretty girl. I was always considered to be sexy, and men used to tell me that, but I was never considered to be the pretty girl. And I never thought I was attractive, so, and especially with natural hair, having natural hair during the time that I did, never thought. And I used to go through spells of having alopecia, my hair falling out. I didn't feel good about myself. Staying in bad relationships, accepting bad relationships, just didn't feel good about myself. So this brand is for us, ladies. It is for us to connect the dots and be aware of what we're doing, how we're thinking, how we're treating ourselves, how we're showing up for ourselves, the results that we have that has manifested in our life, and is it resulting in the things that you really want for yourself? And then having the cognitive dissonance to realize, am I thinking the same thing that I'm doing? Like, is things really connecting the dots? That's what it's about, connecting the dots and being honest with yourself, So this is a holistic brand, and I'm gonna stay before you, and I'm gonna convict your heart to do better. And somebody gonna move, and they gonna do it too, because I'm gonna tell you what's happening. My kids now saying, "Mom, maybe I should detox." My boss lady said, "Keisha boo." She was like, "I'm a detox with you." And I told her the tenders and stuff was nasty. She was like, I ain't going to do it. Somebody going to wind up being blessed from my experience. This is the part of me giving back. Being the example. Somebody got to be the example. Because a lot of people I hear that talks about hair health, they don't talk about getting your body in order. All they talk about is a hair care regimen, eating healthy, but they don't break it down. How about eating healthy? Because everything ain't for everybody. And if you've been eating animal products, you got to go through the detox process. Me doing this is going to show you. Watch how long my hair grow. I've been wanting to get back. I said that I wanted to go ahead and show you guys how to take care of your hair from short all the way back to bra strap length. I don't like really long hair. It is very pretty, but for me, it's not a lot of styles that I think is grown woman. As far as making me, I like to look chicky. I'm a little sassy chick. So, my short hair does it for me. And I also like the bob looks. So, it's no way that my hair could have grew that long with this going on in my body. Ain't happening. And people say, well, it's just not in my genetics. Bull. It has nothing to do with your genetics. It has everything to do with your hair growth. We have a growth cycle, we have a shedding cycle, and we have a resting cycle. It has everything to do with how long your hair grows in that growth cycle. But the deal is that we are responsible for how long our hair grows in that growth cycle by what we're putting in our body, by what we're doing in our hair. Are you putting braids in and pulling it out? You're regressing backwards in your journey, in your hair health journey. Are you putting a lot of color in your hair, flat iron and straight? This is also, I do believe, as far as moisture retention with your hair. Some people can flat iron their hair and be fine and their hair bounce back, and some don't. This is probably the reason why a lot of people's hair don't bounce back when it comes to putting flat irons on their hair. Not saying it's okay to do it often, but I'm saying if you prime your hair correctly, and if you're on a correct hair care regimen, and you do flat iron your hair at the right temperature and prepare your hair for that, is no reason why your hair shouldn't be able to flat iron. But everybody's not. And I think this is a part of it, because you got stuff going on in your body that's been affecting your hair. I feel like my mind is getting clearer, y'all. I really do, because I've had a lot of brain fog going on. A lot of not being able to remember stuff, not staying on task. I noticed that also when I was doing my videos, not staying on task, just forgetting stuff. I think it's really clearing out my mind as well. I really do. So this is going to be a journey. Y'all going to see me transform my health, my mind, my body. Y'all going to watch my level up. Y'all going to watch it. Y'all going to witness it. Y'all going to witness it. And these videos is going to be on YouTube. And y'all going to see this stuff. If you're interested, you're going to see it. And it's going to be a big deal, because I don't feel like nobody's doing what I'm doing. This was given to me from the Holy Spirit, and I'm just following his path of what I'm supposed to do. This is purpose. This is purpose. This is purpose. This is purpose. And we all have one. We all have one. But I'm telling you something, you can't do your purpose if you're sick. You can't go to the next level and impact the people that God has put in your path to impact if you're sick. It ain't going to happen. You got to do your part. You got to do your part. I'm not going to jump out in the car and say, oh, God, save me. You got to use wisdom. You got to be smart about the things that you do. Your body is your temple. You only get one. You got to take care of your temple that God has given you. You got to discipline yourself. Everything in life is about discipline. Everything in life is about your mind. It's mind over matter. Everything is. So you have to, if you want to go to the next level in your life and be that in that balance and do the things that you want to do and age gracefully, and this is also for my younger generation. You don't got to be 46 to start this. Start eating right now. Start eating healthy now. Start detoxing now. Start disciplining yourself now so you don't even have to get to this point. Because the deal is that it's going to take longer for me to go through my detoxing process because I got years of this foolishness. But if you start when you're younger, you don't have to worry about it. But I will say epigenetics got a lot to do with it too, because we get a lot of things from our epigenetics. But the deal is that when you eat healthy, you turn those things off. And when you eat bad and you consider to have the same lifestyle and mindset and stress level that your parents did, you keep them and they manifest. So I know this is a long video, but I just had to break this down because this is deep. This is deep and it's not to be played with. The foods that we have today are killing us. They're killing us. They're a slow killer. You're out there partying, drinking, smoking hookah. Do you know smoking hookah is 10 times more nicotine and cancerous than smoking a cigarette? You know why? Because a cigarette has a filter. Hookah don't. You're smoking up straight nicotine. If you're going to smoke weed, do it another way. Don't smoke it. Do the oils or do the gummies or the edibles. Don't smoke that stuff. You know what I mean? Them vapes and them oils and stuff like that. If you're going to smoke weed, I'm not judging nobody because I love smoking weed. I ain't even going to lie to you. But me personally, it don't do well with me because I get the munchies and I eat too much. That's how I wind up eating that cake. Day in my detox. Because I had a little bit of ganja and I got the munchies. So it's not for me. Some people don't get the munchies and they're good and they lose weight. It's not good for me. I can't do it. But everything ain't for everybody. But I tell you one thing, these detoxing is, this eating healthy is, you being aware of your body is, you connecting the dots is, you showing up for yourself is, you disciplining yourself, you being mindful of what you're doing, what you're thinking, and how you're doing it. It is. Because we all are interconnected and we all have a purpose on this life. And I can't help you get to the next level unless I do good. We're all interconnected. This is wrong with the world now. You got too many people that's out of line, that's not in their purpose. That's why people so mean, they so nasty, they so critical, so judgmental, getting the dying black women. A lot of black women are obese. Look at the church. So many black women are obese, eating what they want, undisciplined, mean. Not saying they are, but black women being mean and nasty and black men not loving on their wives and their children the way they supposed to because people are out of balance. This world is out of whack. And they're going to need people like me and you to stand up to be a light in this dark world so we can help hear the word, manifest the word in our life so people can see it, know that God is able through you. So we'll encourage them to do what they need to do and go to the next level in their life. So I gotta go to the bathroom, y'all. And both of my legs hurt. And my son just texted me and asked me, was I okay? But ain't nothing more he can do for me. He did everything he could for me today. But my legs is on fire. And how about this? I was told, and what I understand is also, if it travels up, it's possible I could have parasites. Yeah. Years of eating scrapple and bacon and poke. Yeah. Yeah. Love some scrapple. I can taste it in my mouth now. Ooh, pains. But yeah. Parasites. Y'all, I am going to freak out and be bugged the hell out if I take that parasite cleanse and I start releasing parasites in that toilet. You talking about, just thinking about it just freaks me out. But I got to go through this journey to get this shit out my body. I'm not living like this. I'm not living like this. And another thing that I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to do coffee, organic coffee enemas that'll help take it out the other end too, to help move this stuff faster, help my detox journey faster. So again, thank you for being with me. I hope that my journey has been real with you. I'm gonna continue to vlog this and take you with me. And peace be with y'all. Make good decisions for yourself, because you owe yourself, you owe your family. You know, you need a spouse who care about their body so that you don't be responsible for taking care of them because they make bad decisions when they get older. You know, they wasn't willing enough to go through the journey. You need friends who are willing to take care of themselves correctly so you won't be worried and stressed out of them because they're not eating properly. You need parents who are willing to take care of themselves so you won't be the child taking care of your sick parent because they chose not to eat properly. And it reminds me of when my grandmom had passed away from cancer. Mind you, she was going to the doctor every single week. The doctor kept telling her she was fine. She started feeling bad on the day that the doctor was not in. She went to the emergency room and they told her she was at 4-stage cancer. That's some bullshit right there. Bullshit. And died shortly after. Because stage 4 cancer, there's no, you're done. And I watched her die. But I learned from that. And that's why I'm a part of where I am now. And this is why this brand is what it is. So I love you guys. Peace. I'm going to have to put these feet on the ground and I'm about to be in pain. And I got to go to the bathroom because every time I go to the bathroom, I'm drinking these teas and this water is flushing this stuff out. So yeah, it's painful, but this is the only thing that's going to get me to the other side. So I got to embark on this. And maybe I can get my beautiful daughter to take me walking because it ain't cute and it ain't funny. I look like I've been paralyzed. That's how bad it is. And everybody has something different going on. Some people have fungus. Some people have all kinds of stuff. Inflammation just goes all over. And how about this? I was having pains shoot through my scalp. If my hair fall out, oh my God. It is what it is. I gotta go through the process and I ain't stopping. So, love you guys. Peace. Have a good one.